Hi everyone, now let's talk about Python string format method, which is very important in Python programming language. This format method can be used to pass variable values into usable format. So now let us understand an example here. I am just taking s1 equal to, this is Python example in, let's see here. Okay, now I'm just taking here int of, you need to use variable or string variable name here, which is, this is Python example in, and then what we need to do here, you need to use format. Okay, format of, then what we need to do, you need to pass whatever the value you want to add. You can say Jupiter. Now this is called placeholder means it's look like a variable, but in the string we need to add value. It has some temporary space where this value will be replaced here. So this is called placeholder. Okay, so now try to execute. Now let's see what is the output. Now let's see, this is Python example in Jupyter. So we can pass values whatever we need there. Now let us see here, I am just taking s2 here, and I love my, then you can see here anything you want to pass, print of, then here s2 dot, then format is the method you can use. Inside that you need to pass values, you can say country, then execute here. So this is one way we need to format here. Now you need to, if you have multiple placeholders, then you can have multiple values itself. Now let's see, allow my, then you can say, and again you can take another value also, and then you can say, or you can take one more example. I'm just taking one more example. So I have two placeholders here. Okay, I have two placeholders. Now what we need to do, we need to pass two values here. Now let's see, John, and then you can give here another one, Victor. So when we execute now, it will replace John and Victor are good friends. These two values will be replaced in this placeholder values. Now unfortunately, if you have two placeholder values but you have only one value, then it will throw an error here. Let's see what is the error will come. See now, replacement index 1 out of range for positional arguments tuple. So whatever the tuple, or you can say whatever the value placeholders, if you are not passing proper number of values, then it will throw an error. So that arguments are mismatched here. See, when you try to give more examples whatever you write, but one more thing important here, you need to pass placeholder. If you have two, you need to pass two here. Then what we need to do, you can take it here. So when we execute, then this will come. Now sometimes what we need to do, you can, because it index starts from 0 in Python. Okay, 0 then 1, we have only 0 1. Now based on this index numbers also, we need to pass values. Now if you give 0, then if you give 0, then you can pass 1 here. Then internal this tuple will have 0 comma 1, that's it. So now what will happen, we have two values, 0 starts index number. Now let's see, it's replaced 0 here and one vector will be here. Now in case if you change passing index number differently, then 1 and then here is equal to 0, then what will happen, one index number is related to Victor and 0 will be John. Then replace the values. Now see, Victor and John are good friends. Now it is replaced. It depends on how we can pass values. But if we are giving unfortunately if we are giving 2 here, because we have only 0 comma 1, execute replacement index 2 out of range for provisional arguments tuple, because we have only two values, that is 0 1 only we have. If we have one more value, then 2 will come, so it always starts from 0. That's why it is throwing error here. So now let's see, this is all about how we are passing numbers, or you can say index numbers, and we'll take one more example in different way. Now let's see, directly I'm just taking print off. Then what we need to do, hello, I am, you can pass any placeholder, years old. Now you need to do directly here dot format of 18, execute. So I am 18 years old. So now you can pass here any value, then it will replace in the string. So like this. Now what we need to do, you can go in another format, like you can, this is hard coding the value, right? Now if you want to do in another format, like you can say age equal to, then integer of input of, then you can say here enter your age. Then what we need to do, int of, then here same example you can take hello, I am, just you can pass placeholder value years old. So you can take a lot of examples also, not a problem, just I'm giving you briefly. So format of, then you can pass that variable name directly. So now when we execute, now what will happen, it will ask like this, I am 30 years old. Now you can say no need to change the code each and every time, just you can pass 45 years old, and you can take it 60 years old. This is all about the example for string format method. Okay, so thank you so much, see you in the next class.